Welcome to the deep dive. Today we're getting into something really central for, well, pretty much any business now. Why working with AI isn't just a nice to have anymore, it's essential.
Absolutely.
Hmm.
And maybe more importantly, how a specific team like a digital transformation or DX unit can actually use that collaboration to help their customers move forward digitally.
Right, because the capabilities are just exploding, aren't they? You look at the data, like from Dr. Alan Thompson, showing this surge in language models, bigger models,
Yeah.
and it's moving incredibly fast.
It really is. The pace is kind of staggering. We're not talking small steps here.
Yeah.
Feels like a fundamental shift in what AI can actually do.
Exactly. So that's what we want to unpack today. This collision point between AI's growing power and the practical job of digital transformation, why it matters, and crucially, how a DX team makes it work for clients.
Okay, so let's start with why this collaboration is, well, necessary. There's this idea of co-intelligence that I think captures it really well.
Co-intelligence, okay.
Yeah, it's about synergy, taking human strengths, creativity, intuition, asking those really smart questions and blending them with what AI does best, churning through data, spotting patterns.
Hmm.
It's not humans versus AI. It's a partnership.
And you mentioned asking good questions. That feels like a big shift. It used to be about knowing stuff, right? Having the information.
Exactly. Now, AI can access almost endless information. So the real skill becomes framing the right questions, guiding the AI effectively. That's where the human value really shines.
So it's less about having the answers and more about asking the right things to get the answers from your AI collaborator.
Precisely. Which means we need to think about AI differently, not just as software, but as maybe a dynamic partner, a
Yeah.
sounding board, an assistant, maybe even a coach helping us think better.
That connects to this concept I've seen called superagency. Is that related?
Very much so. Superagency is the idea that this human-AI partnership lets us achieve way more than we could alone. It amplifies our abilities, boosting both productivity, how much we get done, and creativity, the quality and novelty of the work.
Okay, so AI isn't just doing tasks, it's actively supporting our strategic thinking, our problem solving.
Right. It handles the heavy lifting with data, finds connections we might miss, freeing us up for the higher level strategic thinking.
And this isn't just theoretical, is it? Companies like McKinsey are talking about needing to restructure for this AI era.
Yeah, they emphasize adaptability, flexibility, being ready to quickly adopt new AI-driven practices. So it's an organizational shift, not just a tech upgrade.
It seems like leaders across the board are echoing this. Mark Zuckerberg, for instance, talking about AI handling significant coding tasks soon.
Yeah, he mentioned AI potentially reaching mid-level engineer capability around 2025. That's a huge potential impact on software development,
Wow. And Jensen Huang at NVIDIA, he talks about an AI agent era.
right? Envisioning digital AI workers collaborating side by side with human employees, boosting productivity together. It suggests really tight integration. Then you have Satya Nadella at Microsoft talking about knowledge workers collaborating with whole teams of AI agents, researchers, analysts, coders,
A whole AI support team, basically.
kind of, yeah,
Yeah.
all working together to speed up innovation. And Sundar Pichai at Google sees AI as a fundamental workplace collaborator, transforming industries like electricity did.
That's a powerful analogy.
And Sam Altman from OpenAI talks about this transition, coexisting with entities more intelligent than us, needing to find new roles. It's a long-term, profound change he sees coming.
Even IBM's Arvind Krishna predicts significant code automation, maybe 20–30%, boosting developer output.
It's a consistent message, isn't it? Significant productivity gains, new ways of working.
And it all points to this broader acceleration of digital transformation everywhere. IT companies seem to be leading the charge, investing heavily.
Definitely. McKinsey data shows the tech sector as a top AI investor. They see the huge economic potential.
So for IT service companies, AI is becoming, well, two things at once, right? An internal tool for efficiency and a core service they need to offer clients.
Exactly. It's a dual imperative. You have to use it yourself effectively, and you have to be able to help your clients leverage it.
Okay, so let's make this really practical. How does a DX business unit actually do this? You mentioned one team's approach. We experienced it first.
Right, and that's key. They didn't just read about AI or resell vendor tools. They started by using various Gen AI tools, experimenting internally on their own work first.
That sounds smart.
Mm-hmm.
Learning by doing before advising others. Can you give some specific examples of what they did and what happened?
Sure. For things like planning and writing proposals, they use tools like ChatGPT, Gamma, and the result. They cut proposal writing time by about 50% on average.
50%. That's huge.
Yeah, and brainstorming became much more efficient too. Faster turnaround on those critical early stages.
What about the more technical side, like development?
Similar story. They brought in tools like Cursor AI, used ChatGPT for code generation, code reviews. Again, they saw over 50% average productivity bumps.
Over 50% in coding.
Yep. And they even found it helped reduce technical debt in projects like their IDSB and CMMS development. Real, measurable engineering improvements.
That's compelling. Did it help with project management or collaboration?
It did. Tools like Cursor AI, LM Notebook helped summarize meetings, make technical documentation less of a chore. It freed people up for more strategic work.
Okay. And were they thinking about security? That's always a big concern with AI.
Absolutely. They specifically tested local open source models, like Gemma 3, to see how AI could work securely in on-premise setups, protecting sensitive data.
So the takeaway is they really rolled up their sleeves and used the tech themselves, validating it internally.
Exactly. And they quantified the benefits. That 50% speed increase in things like proposals and coding,
Yeah.
that's significant,
And it wasn't just speed, right? You mentioned quality improvements too.
right? Around a 30% improvement in quality, fewer code errors, better documents, easier exploration of new ideas.
And learning. Did it impact team development?
Also about a 30% boost there. Faster learning of new tech, more people getting interested in AI, forming study groups, and culturally, a 100% shift in collaboration. AI became a tool for sharing ideas, brainstorming together.
So for them, AI wasn't just hype. It delivered real, measurable gains in speed, quality, learning, collaboration, the whole package.
And that direct experience completely shaped their thinking.
Yeah.
They adopted this co-intelligence mindset, this dual brain idea, thinking with the AI.
Yeah.
And they really learned that asking those sharp, well-framed questions is the key to unlocking AI's power.
It goes back to that idea of AI as an extension of our own thinking, a partner, supporting that superagency outcome.
Precisely. Maximizing what individuals and the whole team can achieve. Their philosophy became clear. AI augments us. It doesn't replace us. It opens up new possibilities together.
But getting that collaboration right isn't automatic, is it? You can't just tell the AI, write a proposal and expect magic. Prompting matters.
Hugely important. Clear instructions are critical. They emphasize the structure. Define the AI's role, give it context, state the goal clearly, specify the output format.
Can you give an example of a good prompt they might use, say, for a proposal?
Sure. Something like, act as a top strategist in the client's industry. Context, client's situation challenges. Goal, explain the business benefits of our DX AI platform, focusing on benefit A, B, C, using industry-relevant examples. Format, concise executive summary.
Okay, that's very specific. Defines the persona, context, goal, format. What about for code review?
Similar idea. Role, senior software engineer, expert in language, context. Review this code snippet. Goal, identify bugs, security issues, performance bottlenecks, suggest improvement for efficiency and maintainability. Format, bulleted list of findings and recommendations.
So they're really learning the art of AI communication.
Definitely. And they're constantly trying out more advanced techniques too. Chain of thought, few-shot prompting, finding what works best for real tasks. That skill, prompt engineering, has become a core strength for them.
And all this internal work, the skill building, led them to create their own solution, the DX AI platform.
That's exactly it. It wasn't just bought off the shelf. It grew directly out of their own journey, solving their own problems and their manufacturing clients' problems. It's built on experience.
So it's more than just generic AI features. It's tuned for a specific context.
Right. It's designed for manufacturing. It understands the language, the data, the processes of that industry, unlike a general AI.
Yeah.
And it's built with security, like on-premise options, in mind for protecting core customer data.
Makes sense. Can you give us a quick rundown of the key parts of this platform?
Sure. There's the DXAI IDSB, that's an intelligent dashboard for managing quality, facilities, safety altogether, aiming for predictive issue management.
Okay, an integrated view.
Then the DXAI Data Analyzer. Think of it as an AI agent that can analyze different data, understand your questions in plain English, explain findings, and even suggest the best ways to visualize the data.
Very useful for making sense of complex data. What else?
DXAI Modeler helps automate building and comparing machine learning models, helping data scientists optimize performance. DXAI Advisor generates reports on specific topics by using an ontology, like a knowledge map, connecting info from different documents. DXAI IoT CMMS uses real-time IoT sensor data, alongside historical maintenance records, CMMS, to give predictive maintenance alerts and recommendations.
Proactive maintenance. Got it.
And finally, DX AI safety and health chatbots. These are built on legal knowledge graphs for safety regulations, letting users search complex legal text easily based on their situation.
Wow, that's quite a suite of tools if you had to group the core tech capabilities.
I'd say three main areas. First, natural language question answering, that's the chatbots. Second, anomaly detection and prediction, crucial for the equipment monitoring and quality control parts. And third, ontology-based analysis and search that powers the deeper contextual understanding in tools like the advisor and legal chatbots.
And the common thread is that all this tech is grounded in their real-world, hands-on DX experience.
Exactly. It's practical, not just theoretical, tested and refined in the field.
So looking ahead, how are they planning to build on this, to embed AI even deeper internally?
They have a clear plan. It starts with fostering an AI-first culture, basically encouraging everyone to think about AI possibilities right from the start of any project.
Makes sense. Make it instinctive.
And they're rolling out role-specific training, different skills needed for proposal writers versus developers versus data analysts, tailored learning.
So everyone gets the right skills for their job.
Precisely. Plus, they're setting up an AI Center of Excellence, an AI COE, a central place to share wins, good prompts, standard tools, guidelines, and planned company-wide training.
A knowledge hub.
Yeah. And they plan to use their own DX AI platform more internally, too, for their own operations and management, dog-fooding their own product, basically.
So they seem well-positioned with early wins and employee buy-in. What challenges do they see?
Well, scaling it up across the whole company is always a challenge. Consistent upskilling, getting data governance right for AI, and just keeping up with the pace of change, those are ongoing hurdles.
Sure, those are big organizational lifts.
But the main point is, they're using their own positive AI journey to systematically build capability across their entire team.
Right. So wrapping up, their experience-first approach seems to be the key differentiator. It makes them a credible partner for clients tackling digital transformation.
Absolutely. They don't just talk about AI, they've lived it, they've seen the effects firsthand. That experience flows into their consulting, into the DX AI platform itself.
So the platform really embodies their domain knowledge, their AI skills, and that hard-won practical experience.
That's the essence of it. And they're committed to keeping their own skills sharp, staying ahead so they can be the best possible partner for their customers' transformation journeys.
It certainly leaves you thinking, as AI keeps evolving at this incredible pace, how is your organization going to harness this collaborative intelligence? How will you unlock those new possibilities? That's our time for this deep dive. Thanks for joining us.